Shoplifters frequently disregard the repercussions because they believe they won't be caught. But what happens when shoplifters are apprehended by law enforcement and punished? Here are 4 of the most bizarre responses by shoplifters who get caught. Police stopped a woman in 2015 who had been recorded on surveillance footage stealing from a Walmart. But it became evident after a brief conversation with the officers that she had no intention of staying.
Step out here. Do you have any weapons on you or anything like that? I don't have weapons. Okay, around the police department. Alright, you're being detained right now for shoplifting, okay?
I didn't want shoplifting.
Listen, I'm explaining it to you right now. You're being detained for shoplifting, so we're going to talk about it, right?
We didn't come out the door with anything.
Okay, did you conceal merchandise inside the store?
Yeah, I wanted to poke too.
The police let one of the women get back into her car to get something after detailing the charges against them. They appear to have forgotten, though, that she still had her keys on her, so this can only go one way.
Oh, ma'am, turn out the car! Get out of the car! Back up, back up! Back up! Back up! Put in park! Put in park! Put in park! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
She rammed into one of their patrol cars, but somehow these cops led her to get in the driver's seat, turn on the ignition, and then just drive away. Despite the staggering degree of carelessness, they cannot remain inactive and speculate as to how it all occurred. They need to start pursuing as soon as they can. The Jeep had made some distance by this moment, but it seemed as though the cop was able to cover the gap in under a minute, despite the motorist not being the finest getaway driver.
Okay, I spoke to battery tires for
The shoplifter dashes down the street while dodging traffic. The police continue to pursue her, but are unable to contain or stop her as she continues to cause mayhem. Her car has suffered damage as a result of her irresponsible driving and the use of a spike strip by the police. Her tires are literally breaking apart, its driving tilted, and pieces of it are hanging off. As the pursuit continues, it begins to slow down and eventually stops entirely.
You got a gun? What's that something?
You have to question why an incident that took place in a Walmart requires such a level of escalation. Despite this, the shoplifter is eventually taken out of the car and restrained, putting a stop to her rather impromptu reign of terror. She had stolen merchandise worth over $2,000, it was later discovered. A felony, but unquestionably nothing to the extent of the allegations brought against her after her escape. She received sentences for criminal conspiracy, first-degree assaults and battery, hit and run, and of course theft. She received a 7-year prison term. This next one is a bit controversial. 2 males were observed in Walmart on September 25th, 2022, buying a Halloween outfit. At first glance, it seems innocent, but then you notice that they had 2 duffel bags full of store goods that they didn't intend to pay for. Fortunately, a staff member saw the 2 suspicious clients and alerted the police officer to wait outside the door for them.
How's it going? We can go in here and talk. We're gonna walk in there. Stop. Do it.
For the police, this takedown is dangerous. He has no idea if the man is armed, and it's a one-on-one battle. He radios in a 1018, which tells other officers they must rush there to support him. But for the time being, he is still alone, and his task is to prevent this man from escaping.
Stop fighting! You're gonna get tased! Lay down! Lay down! That's not what it is. Stay down! Watch.
Unfortunately, the officer completely misses the taser, allowing the guy to flee and enter a back exit. But not before a backup unit shows up there just in time to see him running away from the outside.
Get on the fucking ground! Put your fucking ass behind your back! Hurry up! Let me talk to you. Get the fuck on the ground. This guy out there. You're making me do it. What's you? Listen. 977. Maybe on the west side of Walmart.
This officer has a better time subduing and handcuffing the guy, and succeeds in getting him to the ground. But keep in mind that this individual wasn't alone, and the police officer was now focused on locating the other man visible on the camera footage. Fortunately, they wouldn't have to travel far to find it.
Man, you said you were walking your friends. Take off.
I know, calling my girlfriend.
Take off. You've been following back and forth with this guy. Go. I know you're with him.
Keys.
Leave.
Okay, I pay for my shit. I got money in my fucking pocket.
Leave.
All right.
You can walk around and away.
Touch me too, bitch. What's wrong with you? I'm calling my girlfriend to get his car keys.
He was with him. His wife.
Take that one thing and then you try to take off with all this stuff.
You need to walk away from me, man. You need to
I'm
go.
waiting for my girlfriend, man.
You staying right with me everywhere I go.
No, I'm fucking going this way, motherfucker. Get my fucking girlfriend for the car keys. What's wrong with you, man?
You want him in the store? You want him in the store?
No, Mr. Trespasser.
Just come outside
Stop,
because
put
we're
your
gonna
hand
make a
back.
bit. Why?
Because we're done with you.
Hey, look, I'm calling my girlfriend. Hey, look, I'll resist, man. Look.
Go on the ground.
Rosario, they got me right here in the front. They're handcuffing me too. They're handcuffed. I'm gonna grab this car key.
I'm running outside.
Okay, we're going outside because they're handcuffing me for no reason.
You can probably anticipate what happens next. They detain the man, tell his girlfriend what is going on, argue with her for a short while, and then return him to a patrol car. A number of tablets and powders were discovered on him during a search of his pockets, and they were taken away. A criminal shoplifting allegation as well as a conspiracy to conduct shoplifting were brought against both men. The other man was also charged with 2 more counts of cocaine trafficking. However, on November 21st of that same year, all accusations against the 2 suspects were dismissed. What happens when robbers start going above and beyond? That's what happened in the following instance, when a worker started stealing sizable sums of money from her place of employment. During an audit, the business owner was informed that more than $25,000 had vanished and was not accounted for. At the same time, one of her staff members had recently bought a new automobile and had been regularly showing up to work wearing brand new designer clothing and bags. The main suspect was easy to identify without the help of a genius.
I have the register tape too that she pulled it, like the timestamp too.
Okay, you got that on video? Or do you just tape?
I just have me on video, but not her on video doing it. But I have the time but she went overtime.
Yeah, of course. What's your phone number?
Excuse me, ma'am.
917?
She's on the phone for customer.
Hello. Hey,
Hi.
how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Castleberry Police Department.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm here today is because we got a call in reference to something. I was wondering if we could talk to you for a second. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Is there somewhere we can talk to her?
If you want to privately, you can just go in the back.
Yeah, you go ahead and show us.
So first question is, can you guess why we're here?
I was accused of stealing money at a party. That was it.
Despite the fact that the police aren't here to investigate a minor party altercation, this confirms that this is definitely the person they're looking for. If someone feels comfortable stealing in one circumstance, they are frequently much more likely to feel the same way in a much more dangerous circumstance. Even if these individuals frequently steal just to satisfy their own desires, this does not necessarily indicate that they are kleptomanics. However, the police are fairly positive that this is the person with whom they need to speak.
Tell us about you.
All I was doing was trying to for a tampon. I thought I started my period, and I had moved this girl's bag. I only paid her back because I didn't want anything to happen. I didn't want it to be put on me because I'm not that kind of person.
We appreciate it, but that's not necessarily why we're here today. We're here because you're being accused of theft. However, the theft is not in regards to that part. It's in regards to something that's happened here today.
Okay.
So, you have a manager who advised us that, well, not manager, you have one of your other co-workers who's advised us that they left a certain amount of dollars, very identifying marks on that. And you were the only person in the store.
Okay.
So,
She also has the receipts of the opening of when the drawer was opened, what exact time.
Okay.
where we're at right now is I can't promise you anything, but for me, and I'm sure Officer Ferrer, same thing, honesty is the best policy. Okay, so could you tell us anything about that?
I did do it. I'm having some issues with money right now.
That turned out to be much simpler than the police had anticipated. In addition to marking several bills in the register and later discovering them in the girl's hands, the management had gathered a sizable amount of evidence about her. It's evident that the girl has come to the conclusion that she has been caught red-handed and that there is no way out. But now we get to see her try to make sense of it all.
I just bought off a new car, so I haven't been working lately. I will admit to that, so...
Was it just today, or has it been in the past?
It was today, and then I've done it in the past before, but never large amounts.
How much would you say?
Probably
That's why we walked you up to the back.
300 maybe was the most beforehand. It's in my bag.
Okay, can I go through that bag?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you mind coming over here for me? Just to identify.
There's one J, there's my J's.
There's another J here. This is the only J, but I'll get you the serial number.
That's a J.
Yes, ma'am.
The marks and serial numbers on the bills in her wallet match those noted by the manager.
Can she have a seat for a minute?
Of course.
Why don't you have a seat? Okay. You want to press charges?
Yes, I do.
And
Because
is
I
this-
added it up. It's $1,000 that's been going on. You're breaking my freaking heart. I have the documentation in my car. I wasn't prepared to turn it over because I was trying to rule it out. But I'll show you what I was preparing for my insurance company.
Okay, let's see that.
It's well over what she has here. I was hoping she would show it all, what you took this morning, and you didn't. So, no, I'm
Hey, well,
going to
let's make it not contentious.
look at all of it. You can have it.
And that 22,000 doesn't calculate to 30.
No, because I didn't know if there was I actually came in because I was planning on just interviewing her.
Right.
She was not originally who I thought it was going to be. I was very shocked. I got it down to I ruled out everybody but her and another girl. Yeah. And I actually just thought it was the other girl, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. But now looking at all this evidence and the time clocks when she was here, it all lines up. Makes sense.
Do you recollect any of those things?
How much do you think you've taken over the years?
It's just this year, by the
It's
way.
just this
It's
year,
just
okay.
this year.
How many?
According to the manager's information, more than $22,000 had completely vanished. And it's not hard to conclude that the figure is fairly realistic given the several costly purchases the girl made that year. The officers make the decision to handcuff her and return her to detention, where she was accused of stealing, given a year on probation, and told to repay the business $20,000 in total. The outcome of the following shoplifting instance is considerably more satisfying, but not for the reason you may think.
Hi, ma'am. Do you have stuff in your coat right now?
No.
No? Okay. Employees said they saw you stuff from your basket into your jacket.
No, I just went and I just put all my stuff back because I was supposed to be my other half here and he never showed up. I just tried calling him, actually.
Okay, so if we search your jacket, we're not going to find any items? I'll give you an opportunity right now to take everything out. But it's going to be your one and only opportunity.
If you take everything out right now, we won't even press charges. We'll just give you no trespass.
I think that's a fair deal.
Okay, fine. I have a hat and gloves.
All right, there we go.
I don't have an ID.
It seems strange that someone would merely want to shoplift a hat and a pair of gloves. There is a lot of risk involved. But as the cop gets to know the girl better, it all starts to make sense.
Do you have an address that you stay at? No. Are you working anywhere, Jamie?
Man, it's just cold outside. I don't have any money and I just wanted a hat and gloves.
It turns out that this girl is homeless and lacks the resources to purchase any winter clothing. Unfortunately, this is a real issue that affects a huge number of individuals in nations all over the world, and many people decide that stealing is their only alternative to survive. After all, what have you got to lose if the result is a warm place to stay and a few free meals? The worst-case scenario for her was getting caught in this situation and being informed that no charges will be filed, at least up until the officer made this decision.
You don't have hat or gloves? I'll buy these for her.
Thank you. Are you serious?
But don't do this, okay? I know it's tough, but there's other ways.
It's just...
Call us for help, all right? But if you come back in here, you're gonna get arrested.
947.
Thank you so much.
Again, it's cold, but 947 ain't worth, you know, especially like if you're out on bond and stuff.
My ears are cold.
I get it.
It's not an excuse, but like...
I get it. But you know, call us for help. We have resources we can help you out with. You know, every contact with us doesn't have to be a bad thing. All right. Do you guys need anything else from us?
No, thank you.
Okay, sounds good.
The police department commended the officer for responding with genuine compassion, and no charges were brought against the young girl. He handled this circumstance wonderfully.